Hey, what's shaking, party people? I'm a middle-aged guitar noob. The edgy music of my youth is now being taught to bored 12-year-olds across the nation who have no idea what teen spirit smells like and will never care enough to find out. Meanwhile, I'm stuck on the tutorial level of Guitar Hero because I picked up my niece's Hello Kitty guitar instead of the game controller. Which is why I'm here to screw up so you don't have to. Now, I'm not going to tell you which songs to learn or which scales to play until your fingers look like crinkle-cut fries. Everyone picks up the instrument with their own goals, and even generic good advice like learn the names of the notes can get in the way of somebody's fun. But I do advise being clear about your goals, especially if, like me, you're an older beginner who probably ought to be attending to other more adult responsibilities.
I haven't eaten for 3 days.
If you're clear about what you want to do with your guitar, it makes it easier to decide what and how to practice. Just want to learn a few tunes to play around the campfire for your kid's scout troop? That's easily within reach. You want to learn how to outshred Herman Lee? That's gonna be a long road. But if you start mapping it with that goal in mind, it'll keep you from getting lost in the multitude of side streets along the way. Now, you don't have to go and pick an ultimate goal right now. In fact, setting intermediate goals may make it easier for you to stay motivated. Learning to play 1,000,000 miles an hour may feel impossible when you're struggling to get your fingers to hold down a chord. But practicing scales 3 times a week is a target that's within reach and will contribute to achieving your goal. Personally, my main goal is to play and sing along with some of my favorite albums. But I recognize that the first step toward that goal is learning the fundamentals of guitar. And I'm content to paddle around in the kiddie pool until I'm coordinated enough to dip a toe in the ocean. However, I do reserve the right to be salty about it. And that segues into the flip side of setting goals, reevaluating and revising those goals when necessary. Say you've decided that your goal is to practice for an hour each day. Well, for most folks, that'd be a tough schedule to keep up with, but you're determined. Then maybe something happens, like you get arthritis in your fingers or tendonitis in your forearms, purely hypothetical situations, you understand, and the limitations of your body force you to abandon your goal. Is that failure? No. It's your body telling you that your initial goal wasn't realistic. Literally, reality has asserted itself over your willpower and told you to slow your damn roll. Trying to ignore it and power through the pain is just going to lead to more complications. You just need to step back and reevaluate. In case you caught the subtle illusions, the aforementioned scenario happened to me. I ignored the pain in my fingers because I expected there to be some pain in learning guitar. I didn't realize something was wrong until my fingertips stopped hurting, but my knuckles still ached like a bastard. Same with the tendons in my forearm. So I cut back my practice to a level that wouldn't damage the appendages I need to play. And that means I'll be a noob for a lot longer than I ever wanted to be, which is frustrating. But it's something that a lot of us older players have to contend with.
And that's okay.
But what do you do if your initial goal doesn't motivate you anymore? You've learned all the campfire songs you'll ever need, for example, or blazing across the fretboard at 1,000,000 miles an hour has lost its appeal. What next? Well, the obvious answer is to step back and reevaluate based on what still excites you about the guitar. Sick of strumming open chords? Try learning how to fingerpick. Tired of playing someone else's songs? Try writing your own. There are so many facets to the instrument that you can explore, from genres to techniques to composition, that coming up with a new, more satisfying goal shouldn't tax your imagination too much. But if it does, book some lessons. It doesn't matter anymore if you live in the middle of nowhere. The pandemic forced a lot of guitar teachers online. If you've got Zoom or Skype, you can take lessons from someone who lives halfway around the world. A good guitar teacher can help you zero in on goals that you might not have previously considered. It might be that what you're missing is a social component, and taking lessons might provide that human interaction that you need to keep going. Or your teacher might be able to put you in touch with other students at your age and skill level. After all, learning guitar came right after learning how to make sourdough on the top 10 list of pandemic hobbies. There's bound to be someone out there you can jam with. Just keep going, stay focused, and don't be afraid to switch paths if the one you're on doesn't lead where you want to go. This is your journey. It doesn't have to please or make sense to anyone else. If you want to try to play the guitar like a kazoo, you go right ahead. Just ignore all the funny looks you'll get and let your freak flag fly. Thanks for watching, y'all. I just want to take a moment here to note that this channel just hit 200 subscribers. It never occurred to me that 200 people would be willing to listen to me prattle on about not knowing how to play guitar, but here we are. Thanks to everyone who subscribed so far and to everyone who has shared their personal journey of learning to play after 40. Y'all got guts, and I dig it. If you want more midlife guitar learning content and you haven't subscribed yet, go for it. And give me a like if you think I've earned it. As always, if you have a topic you'd like me to explore in a future video, or if you have a question, or if you're another over-the-hill learner, drop a comment below. Keep trying new things, y'all. Take care.